We're bringing together over 160 people from over 40 countries in the world who are experts working in the field of flood resilience.
We're focused on retreat, resist and respond to the inundation of water and climate change in our cities.
We need to really put the topic of flooding and seawater rising in the center of many strategies. Everyone works very locally, and then you tend to lose the real good stories from what's happening around the world. We need to talk to the scientists, we need to talk to the educators, we need to talk to people in policy, and that's what this forum is all about.
The sea level is rising, and since the 1980s, it's clear that the sea level rise is accelerating. It's rising faster and faster.
We tend to think about responsibility in terms of somebody else doing it, or the decision makers, or the planners. But in reality, we all have a responsibility, both at the individual level, but also for the organizations that each of us represent.
And my perspective now changed the fact that there are more aspects to think about, which is the participatory, the involvement of community, and also the multidisciplinary approaches.
My feeling is that architecture, urbanism or urban designer needs to deal much more with flood risk management. And what I feel that is a shift within this discipline open to this challenge.
We need to think about this as a tremendous opportunity. You talk about it in a business opportunity. The climate crisis is probably the greatest opportunity facing us right now. And if we think about it that way, hopefully that's more mobilizing than destabilizing in terms of our mental health, because there's a lot that we can do here.
Climate change is a very complex problem. Urban development is a very complex problem. So putting the two together is challenging. So figuring out how to get government, politics, policy, law, finance, technology all to be aligned is what we really need to do.
At least what I expect is that the event will plant kind of a seed in each one mind to actually think this problem in a more broader view and maybe collaborate.
I think it's also important that we probably move beyond that idea of just going back to the old place. It's not about, recovery to where we were, but resilience is about still moving forward where you want it to be, despite there's shocks and stressors that, might, impede your plans.
We also need to look at a different country over the longer term, and that means that you need designers to sketch how that can look like.
You should be much more agile institutionally, individually, and collectively.